Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So anyway, I just got to thinking, lately I have gotten a handful more subscribers, and so I found this get to know me tag on the internet, the World Wide Web, and I just thought that I would do that, and that way my new subscribers may learn a little bit more about, my old subscribers may learn a little bit more about me. So I just thought I would do this. It's just something fun. So anyway, the first question is, what's your middle name? My middle name is Sue. Sue. Number 2, what's my favorite color? I actually have more than one favorite color. I really like, well, I don't know. If I had to only pick one, I would say red. Red is my favorite color. Especially when I look around my house right now, I see a lot of red. But I do have more than one favorite color. I really like the Americana look. The red, like the deeper red, deeper blue, white. So I would say like red, white, and blue would have to be. I don't know where Mason gets his love of flags from. But I really think like if I had to pick only one, I would say red. But like I said, I really like the Americana look, so I would truthfully say like a red, white, and blue. Who was, oh gosh, who was my first best friend? As far as like out of the house, I don't remember who my first best friend was. The early, I would probably say my sister, just because, you know, sisters, they become friends first. But the earliest that I can remember is like far as outside of the house, there was a girl that lived in our neighborhood, and she didn't live there for long. And I remember her name, but I don't remember, like I remember playing with her and stuff, but I don't remember much more about her. Her name was Nicole Love. I don't know. I have to ask my mom if she remembers that family or where that family came from or where that family went. But that's probably like the earliest friend memory that I have. I don't even know that she went to our school, to tell you the truth, but I just remember playing with her a lot in our neighborhood. And I'm really going to have to ask my mom about this because that's going to bother me now. I'm having my lunch, by the way. How tall am I? I'm about 5'4", give or take. Since I am getting older, I'm giving or taking, whatever that. It seems like I'm shrinking a little bit, but whatever. I'm about 5'4", 5'5". Cats or dogs? Definitely dogs. Cats make me itch. Cats are nice from a distance, but I don't do cats real well. I've told you guys before, I'm allergic to my dog, and cats seems to make, cats even make it a little bit worse for me, so I kind of stay away. Oh gosh, the funniest moment throughout my school years. Gosh, we're talking a long time ago, folks. The funniest moment. Okay, I do have a little funny story. And this was a long time. I believe we were in 4th grade. And I was like, I was bad. I was like the class clown, or I tried to be, I guess. We, you know, You know, when they used to roll that big old TV on that thing in, and then you knew that that was going to be a good day. They had rolled that big TV in to our classroom, and we were having a video. We were going to watch a video about under the water, under the sea, okay? And our teacher, there was 3 4th grade classrooms in that school that I went to. And so the other 2 classrooms had come in to sit with us in our classroom because we were all watching it at the same time. And one of the teachers had things that came from the ocean, and they were passing things around, you know, while the video was playing, while the show or the movie was playing. They were passing these items around, and we had to be real careful with them. And I think maybe like one was a starfish, and like there were just weird, you know, like different things, you know. And we had to be real careful with them and pass them along, look at them, touch them, feel them, whatever. So me, as the class clown that I thought I was, I had the electric pencil sharpener was sitting right beside me where I was at. And so I opened this electric pencil sharpener and I took out all the shavings and I packed them into a ball. And my best friend, of course, was sitting right beside me and going right along with me, you know. And I passed it along. We passed it along, and be very careful now. You know, this was under the sea, and this was some kind of algae or seaweed or something. Oh, I was such an idiot. And we watched it being passed around, and it got to this girl that was real uptight. She was an uptight little girl. She was like real sensitive, okay? And it got to her, and she was looking at it real close. Well, she breathed on it, and it blew. And it blew all over the floor. And she and cried her eyes out. And I mean, I think the video was like stopped at one point, so the teachers went running after this girl to find out what the, and of course here's me and my best friend sitting back in the corner, you know. So yeah, personally I thought that was hilarious at the time. And of course I got drug out in the hallway and I wasn't allowed to finish watching the video. But my buddy, my partner in crime, of course she was able to finish it because it was all my fault. But it was kind of funny. Let's see. How many countries have you visited? I've never been out of the country. I hit something and my questions went away. Okay. What was my worst and favorite subject in high school? My worst subject all through my school years was math. I was horrible at math. I just didn't get it. It didn't click. So, of course, I hated it because it just, like, I couldn't get it to click. Like, I just, and today, even now today, like, I'll be doing our bills and I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. So, I mean, I'm horrible at math. Like, any math, numbers, I'm just so bad at. My favorite subject, I would have to say, would be history, just because it seems like a lot of the history teachers that I had through school, they were just very interesting. And I think that's a good teacher. That, you know, to catch your interest. And they had a lot of interesting stories and a lot of, you know, so I would just have to say history would be my favorite. What's my favorite drink? Any smoothie drink right now is my favorite drink. I'm not a big alcohol drinker. There was a time in my life that I liked my alcohol drinks. I do like wine occasionally. I'm just not I would have to say smoothies. Like, I think that's the most that I drink right now. What's my favorite animal? Dogs. Dogs are my favorite. Even though they don't like me because they like to make me itch. But, I would say dogs. What is my favorite perfume? I would have to say, and I'm not a big perfume wearer, I do have a few different perfumes that I will use occasionally. But I would have to say that it is a perfume that my grandparents used to buy me every year for Christmas, and it's called Chantilly Lace, and they still sell it. It's still on the shelves. Like, you can buy it at like Walmart or Kmart or whatever. But I just, like, when I smell that, I think I just remember, like, back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, so I would have to say that that's probably my favorite. Tea or coffee? Coffee definitely, but I do like a good cup of hot tea, and I do love sweet tea too. So, if I had to only pick one, it would be coffee, but I do like them both. What have you named your children? I think you guys already know this. Sarah, Scott, and Mason. And there will be no children in the future, so I don't have to worry about naming anymore. What sports do you like to watch? I love to watch football, and really that's the only sport that I like to watch. I don't find basketball interesting. I don't find golf interesting. Like, everything else I just kind of find boring. So, I mean, hockey's fun to watch, but I would say football. What is my favorite book? I don't know that it's my favorite. I don't read as much as I should, and I don't read as much as my husband does, that's for sure. The last book I read was A Child Called It. Very disturbing, very, very sad book. It's not what I would consider my favorite. It's just the last one that I read. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I do watch some of my favorite YouTubers every single day. I do watch Beauty Isn't Everything. I watch Sasha every day. I do watch Trisha Paytas. I watch Amberlynn Reed. I know, but I do. I love, love, love Peter Mon. Peter Mon. Love him. You know, there's like a handful of them really that I really do like to watch, and I find them very, very interesting. And they're all different too. Like, if you would see like that I watch one, you would be like, you watch that one, and then you watch this one too? You know, yeah, I do. I really like Leela's Life. She used to be Brooklyn and Kamal, but she just recently had a new baby, and so she switched her name over to Leela's Life. I really like watching them. I like to watch their kids grow. So there's a lot of them that I like. I don't watch them all every single day, but I do watch Beauty Isn't Everything every day. I do watch Peter Mon every day. At least one of his videos. He puts more than one out, but I do watch at least one of his videos. Really, those are the only two that I watch every single day, but there's a lot of them that I like. I just heard a noise, and I don't know what that was. Oh well. What is my favorite movie? I have a handful of favorite movies, too. And they're all like older movies. I like Steel Magnolias. I like The Titanic. I like, there's a movie, and it wasn't a real popular movie, but if you guys see it, like, definitely go check it out. It's called Always, and it's about a man and woman, and they are both in the Air Force. And I've loved that movie for a long time. Like, I think when I was a teenager, I was loving that movie. It's called Always, so go check it out. Are you single or taken? I am definitely taken. On March 14th, I will have been married 24 years. 24? No, 23 years. Sorry. 23 years. So I've been married for a long time, and we've been together longer than that. Definitely taken. He's my best friend. So, what's my idea of an ideal first date? Well, it's been quite a while since I've had a first date, but I guess that just depends, because if we're talking like younger generation, which I'm kind of thinking now that I'm reading that, because I didn't want to read these questions beforehand. I wanted you to get the real answer. I didn't want to think about it. And I'm kind of thinking these are a little bit for the younger crowd. So if I had to say an ideal first date for a younger crowd, I would say like dinner and a movie, dinner and a pizza, I think is a perfect first date. Now for someone older, I would say drinks at the casino, something like that. So a little more risque. Let's see. How many boyfriends have I had? Really? Like, I feel like I have only had one, and it's only been my husband. My first memory as a child, my first childhood memory, I feel like I was very, very young, and I think I've talked to my mom about this before. But we used to go camping all the time when we were kids, when we were younger. I'm sorry, I think I just wiggled you guys. But my first memory is we were camping, and we were sleeping in the back of a pickup truck. Like it was like a closed in pickup truck, and that was like where we were sleeping for the night. But okay, earlier that day, I had a memory of being in the water. We used to camp in this one spot down by the river, and like our whole family would go. Like my grandparents would be there. There would be like random aunts and uncles and cousins, and so I do have memories of being in the water. Somebody was in the campsite up above us, and they kept sending down in the river bottles, and we would be catching them, and then they would have like notes or things inside of the bottles. And we did that for a long time, and that was my first memory of being in the water, catching these things coming down from the campsite above us. And when it was bedtime, we went to sleep in the back of this pickup truck, and I was like burnt to a crisp. Like, I remember being so sunburned. It was a long time ago, you didn't use sunblock, I guess. But that is, and I had to have been like 4 maybe. I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I feel like I should not remember this memory, but I do. So I would say that's my first childhood memory. Like the whole family was there laughing and having a good time. It was fun until I went to lay down with a sunburn. Do I speak any different languages? I do not. Do I have siblings? I do. I do have 2 siblings. how would I describe my fashion sense? Comfortable. Just comfortable. I wear whatever, t-shirts, jeans, sweatpants, like as long as it's comfortable, I will wear it. What is my favorite restaurant? I would have to say my favorite restaurant is a little Mexican place right outside of our town. Very yummy, but they're a little more expensive, so we don't go there often, but I would have to say that's probably my favorite. One that we frequent a little bit more, that I would say would be my favorite because it's not as expensive, but they have good food. It's called Sam's, and it's in the next town over, and they have like the yummy, what is wrong with me? The yummy, like actually home cooked food, you know, home cooked meals. So I would say they are really good. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I don't have a lot of favorite TV shows. Well, I guess I can think of like 3. Definitely The Walking Dead. Nobody is a bigger fan of The Walking Dead than my mother. But I really do like to watch it, and I get pretty excited when it's coming on Sunday nights. You know, I like it. The Alaskan Bush People. I like to watch them and all their kids and see what they're up to every week. Those are the 2 that I would say that are my favorite. I do watch Days of Our Lives. These are the 3 that are on my DVR, that are set on my DVR to record every time they come on. So that's why I would have to say Days of Our Lives, Alaskan Bush People, and The Walking Dead. Yeah, not in that order though. Let's see. What phone do I have? An iOS or an Android? I have an Android. And last but not least, tell us one of your bad habits. Throughout the years, I have had a lot of bad habits. Oh, the worst bad habit I ever had, I don't have it anymore, was biting my nails. Ugh. I have got to say that is the worst bad habit ever that anybody could ever have. I am so glad I got out of that. So yucky. Bad habit, I would have to say, is I get upset really easy when things don't go my way. If I'm trying to do something, like I don't even know if I would consider this a bad habit, and it's just not working out, I will throw a little temper tantrum. Yeah. So I would say my patience level, like that's a bad habit. Like, I don't know, like even that I would call it my patience level, because I'm really patient with like Mason and the grandkids and stuff. But I don't know what I would call it. Like, I just get really upset if things don't go my way. Like, if I have something, like, and I don't mean like if I don't get what I want. That's not what I mean at all. Like, if I have something in my head, like, okay, I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I want to get these 3 things done throughout the day, you know, because they need done, they have to be done, you know, it's better for our family, you know what I mean? And if that doesn't work out, then I tend to get a little pissy, I guess. So I get, like, I hope you guys understand what I mean. Like, I don't mean like if I don't get what I want type thing, because that's definitely not what I mean. But I guess, I don't know if I could call that a bad habit or not. It is something like that I would like to change, you know, where I don't like throw a little temper tantrum if, you know, so you know what I mean. These are my bad habits. I drink too much of them. This one is just, this is oranges and strawberries. And that's actually my favorite right now. So that's all of my questions. I don't know if that taught you anything different about me or not, but I just thought it would be a fun little thing to do. And Mason has fallen asleep on the couch. He's sleeping, but he's still holding his cup. He was watching a video, drinking his juice, and he has fallen asleep, which I knew that he was going to. But I should go though now so I can take that juice out of his mouth. And it was fun hanging out with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that little red button down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Later, Gators.